Claude Code isn't a chatbot. It's a contributor in my Git log, and last quarter it authored 420 dev commits across 2 production apps I run for clients. If you've heard the name but you're not sure if it's an IDE, a chat window, or some new SaaS, you're about to see exactly what it is by looking at the artifact it leaves behind. Real commits with real messages in a real repo. Most explainers just demo the tool. I'll show you what it does to your Git history, why that changes how you review AI work, and why my revert rate on its commits is lower than my own. I'm Lazar. I ship AI automations for clients daily. Let's open the terminal. So first, the reframe, because this is where most people get Claude Code wrong. When you hear Claude, you probably think of the chat box at Claude.ai. You paste a question, you get an answer. You copy something out. Claude Code is not that. Claude Code lives in your terminal. You point it at a folder, you give it a task, and it reads your actual files, edits them, runs your tests, and commits the results to Git. It's not a window you talk to, it's an agent that touches your repo. The difference matters because the output isn't a message. The output is a commit. And once you understand that, your whole mental model of working with AI shifts. You stop thinking assistant. You start thinking junior contributor with commit access. Let me show you what that actually looks like. I'm pulling up the Git log on one of the production apps I maintain. Invoicing automation runs daily. Real users, real money flowing through it. I'll scroll the log. Notice the author field. Some commits are mine. Some commits say Claude. And underneath, you'll see a trailer line, co-authored by Claude. That trailer is automatic. It's not me bolting it on. Claude Code writes it into the commit itself, which means every change it makes is attributable, auditable, and reviewable like any other teammate's work. Now look at the messages. Not refactor stuff. Not updates. Real ones. Fixed tax calculation rounding for invoices over 50,000 RSD. Add retry logic to email webhook with exponential backoff. Migrate user settings table to include locale column. Those read like commits from a senior dev because the agent has context. It read the surrounding code before it wrote the message. Here's the number that surprised me when I ran it. Across 2 apps over the last 90 days, Claude Code authored 412 commits. I reverted 25 of them. That's a 6% revert rate. My own revert rate in year 1 of that same project, when I was solo and moving fast, was around 11%. The agent's commits are cleaner than mine were because the agent doesn't get tired at 11 p.m. and skip the test file. Now, here's the part nobody talks about, the workflow. I do not sit and watch Claude Code work in real time. That's the trap. People open the terminal, type a prompt, and then stare at the screen like it's a chat. Wrong tool, wrong posture. If you want the exact CLAUDE.MD template, the commit message rules, and the morning review checklist I use to keep this agent's work production safe. That's part of the setup we deploy for clients. You can see real examples of what we ship at BizflowAI.io.